Self-hate is a heavy phrase, isn't it? It casts a long shadow, darkening even the brightest moments. Like a whisper in the back of our minds, it tells us we're not enough, not smart enough, not pretty enough, not worthy of love. These thoughts can be fleeting, or they can linger, taking root in our hearts. They thrive on our insecurities, amplifying our flaws. The good news is that self-hate is not a life sentence. We can choose to fight back and reclaim our lives. The impact of self-hate on our mental well-being is profound. Anxiety becomes a constant companion, whispering doubts in our ears. Depression casts a long shadow, making it hard to find joy in anything. We might withdraw from loved ones, isolating ourselves in a prison of our own making. The unseen scars of self-hate run deep. They can manifest in unhealthy coping mechanisms like eating disorders, substance abuse, or self-harm. But here's the truth: we deserve better. We deserve to live a life free from the shackles of self-hate. Self-hate rarely appears overnight. It's often planted in the fertile ground of our past experiences. Childhood traumas, bullying, or critical caregivers can leave deep wounds that shape how we view ourselves. We might internalize negative messages, believing them to be true. A constant barrage of criticism can erode our sense of self-worth, making us question our value. These experiences, especially in our formative years, can plant seeds of self-doubt that grow into self-hate. We carry these wounds with us, often unaware of their impact on our present lives. As adults, we might find ourselves repeating negative patterns, seeking validation from others to fill the void within. The roots of self-hate run deep, but understanding their origin is the first step towards healing. We can choose to challenge these negative beliefs and rewrite the narrative. We have the power to heal from past wounds and cultivate self-love. Words have immense power. The words we hear, especially from those closest to us, shape our perception of ourselves. Harsh criticism, even if unintentional, can leave lasting scars. Constant negativity can chip away at our self-esteem, making us doubt our abilities and worth. Social media can amplify these pressures, making us feel inadequate and insecure. It's crucial to be mindful of the messages we allow into our minds. Surrounding ourselves with supportive and encouraging people can also create a nurturing environment for self-love to flourish. And remember, you're worthy of love and respect, regardless of what others may say or think. Choose to focus on your strengths and celebrate your accomplishments, no matter how small they may seem. One of the biggest misconceptions that fuel self-hate is the pursuit of perfection. We live in a society that often glorifies flawlessness, making us feel like we need to be perfect in every way. The truth is, perfection is an illusion. We are all perfectly imperfect beings, with our own unique strengths, weaknesses, and flaws. Embrace your imperfections. They're what make you human, what make you interesting, what make you you. Focus on progress, not perfection. Remember, self-love is not about being perfect, but about accepting and appreciating every part of yourself, flaws and all. Recognizing self-hate within ourselves is the first step towards healing. It's like holding a mirror up to our souls, acknowledging the dark shadows that lurk beneath the surface. Start by paying attention to your inner dialogue. What are the words you tell yourself? Are they kind and compassionate, or harsh and critical? Recognizing these patterns is crucial for breaking free. It's about becoming aware of the ways in which self-hate shows up in our lives, so we can start to challenge and change those patterns. Self-hate often disguises itself in subtle ways, making it difficult to identify. It can manifest as procrastination, perfectionism, or a constant need for external validation. Do you find yourself constantly comparing yourself to others, feeling inadequate or envious? Pay attention to your relationships. Do you surround yourself with people who uplift and support you? Or do you gravitate towards those who validate your negative self-beliefs? Recognizing these patterns of self-sabotage is essential for breaking free from the grip of self-hate. Sometimes, self-hate disguises itself as humor. We might make self-deprecating jokes, masking our pain with laughter. While humor can be a healthy coping mechanism, it's important to be mindful of the intention behind our words. Another common manifestation of self-hate is the tendency to isolate ourselves. We might withdraw from loved ones, believing we're unworthy of their love and support. It's important to remember that we are not our thoughts. Self-hate thrives on negativity and isolation. By recognizing the enemy within, we can start to challenge these destructive thought patterns and cultivate self-compassion. Reach out to trusted friends, family members, or a therapist for support. The journey from self-hate to self-love begins with self-compassion. Imagine a friend confiding in you about their struggles. Would you berate them, criticize their flaws, and tell them they're not good enough? Or would you offer words of kindness, understanding, and support? Self-compassion means treating ourselves with the same kindness and understanding that we would offer a loved one. Start by noticing when you're being self-critical. Pay attention to the language you use when you talk to yourself. Instead of saying, "I'm such a failure," try saying, "I'm feeling disappointed right now, but I'm proud of myself for trying." It's about acknowledging our humanity and treating ourselves with the same grace and understanding that we would offer to someone we love. We all have an inner critic, that voice inside our heads that whispers doubts, fears, and insecurities. It's the voice that tells us we're not good enough, smart enough, or worthy enough. The first step to silencing the inner critic is to become aware of its presence. Start paying attention to the thoughts that run through your mind, especially when you're feeling stressed, anxious, or down. Once you've identified your inner critic's voice, you can start to challenge and reframe those negative thoughts. Don't just accept those thoughts as truth. Ask yourself if there's another way to look at the situation. Remember, you are not your thoughts. You have the power to choose which thoughts to believe and which thoughts to let go of. Affirmations are positive statements that can help to challenge and overcome negative self-talk. By repeating these statements to ourselves regularly, we can start to reprogram our subconscious minds and cultivate a more positive self-image. Choose affirmations that resonate with you and your personal journey. Some examples of affirmations for overcoming self-hate include: I am worthy of love and respect. I am enough, just as I am. I'm capable of achieving my goals. Write down your affirmations and repeat them to yourself daily, either out loud or silently in your mind. The more you repeat these affirmations, the more powerful they will become. Overcoming self-hate can be a challenging journey, and it's okay to ask for help along the way. Talking to a trusted friend, family member, or therapist can provide invaluable support and guidance. A therapist can help you to explore the root causes of your self-hate, develop coping mechanisms, and cultivate self-compassion. Remember, seeking support is not a sign of weakness. Surrounding yourself with a supportive network of people who love and care about you can make all the difference in your journey to self-love. There are also many online resources and support groups available for people who are struggling with self-hate. By seeking support and surrounding yourself with love and positivity, you can overcome self-hate and create a life filled with joy, peace, and self-acceptance. Sarah, a talented artist, struggled with self-hate for years. The constant pressure to succeed in the competitive art world fueled her inner critic, making her doubt her abilities. Every rejection felt like a personal attack, confirming her deepest fears of inadequacy. One day, Sarah stumbled upon a self-compassion workshop. Skeptical but desperate for change, she decided to give it a try. Through guided meditations, journaling exercises, and group discussions, Sarah began to understand the root of her self-hate. She recognized the critical voice in her head as a bully, not a truthful reflection of her worth. Slowly, Sarah began to challenge her negative self-talk. She replaced harsh self-criticism with words of kindness and encouragement. The joy she thought was lost forever slowly returned, reigniting her passion for art. Sarah's story is a testament to the transformative power of self-compassion. Michael, a successful entrepreneur, always projected an image of confidence and charisma. Behind the polished facade, however, lay a deep well of self-doubt. Growing up in a family where success was paramount, Michael learned to equate his self-worth with his achievements. Failure was not an option, and every setback chipped away at his fragile sense of self. The pressure to maintain this facade took its toll. Michael struggled with anxiety, insomnia, and panic attacks. A chance encounter with a therapist led Michael to explore the root of his self-hate. Through therapy, he began to understand the impossible standards he set for himself and how they fueled his anxiety. He learned to challenge his perfectionistic tendencies and to embrace the beauty of imperfection. Michael's journey reminds us that self-hate can affect anyone, regardless of outward appearances. It highlights the importance of seeking support when we need it, of allowing ourselves to be vulnerable and to ask for help. The courage to bloom Maria's transformation. Maria, a single mother working 2 jobs to make ends meet, carried the weight of the world on her shoulders. Years of struggling to provide for her children had taken their toll. She felt exhausted, depleted, and unworthy of love and happiness. She believed that her needs were secondary to those of her children, and she neglected her own well-being. One day, Maria's friend invited her to a yoga class. Initially hesitant, Maria eventually agreed, desperate for some respite from her daily grind. The gentle movements, deep breathing, and focus on self-care awakened something within her. She had spent so long caring for others that she had forgotten how to care for herself. Maria started making small changes in her life. She carved out time for herself, even if it was just for a few minutes each day. She started practicing gratitude, focusing on the good in her life instead of dwelling on the negative. She began to realize that self-care wasn't selfish. It was essential for her well-being and her ability to care for her children. Maria's story illustrates the transformative power of self-care. It's a reminder that we are worthy of love and happiness, even amidst life's challenges. It's a testament to the fact that small acts of self-compassion can have a ripple effect, creating positive change in all areas of our lives. Section 1. Embracing the journey. The journey from self-hate to self-love is not a straight line. There will be days when you stumble, when the whispers of self-doubt seem deafening. There will be moments when you question your worth, when the old patterns of negativity threaten to pull you back into the darkness. And that's okay, it's all part of the process. What matters is that you keep going, that you keep choosing love over fear, kindness over criticism, and acceptance over judgment. Remember, self-love is not a destination, it's a journey. It's a continuous process of learning, growing, and evolving. Embrace the ups and downs, the twists and turns. Each experience, whether perceived as good or bad, offers valuable lessons and opportunities for growth. Be gentle with yourself, celebrate your victories, and learn from your setbacks. The journey itself is where you'll find your strength, your resilience, and your true self. Your light within. You are worthy of love, not because of what you do, what you achieve, or what others think of you. You are worthy of love simply because you exist. Remember that. Let it sink deep into your heart, into the very core of your being. You have a light within you, a unique and beautiful spark that deserves to shine brightly. Don't let the shadows of self-hate dim your light. Embrace your imperfections, your quirks, your vulnerabilities. They are what make you human, what make you interesting, what make you you. The world needs your light. It needs your compassion, your creativity, your unique perspective. Don't deprive the world of your gifts by hiding behind self-doubt and fear. Step into your power, embrace your worth, and let your light shine brightly for all to see. A promise to yourself. As you continue on this journey of self-love, make a promise to yourself. Promise to be kind to yourself, to speak to yourself with love and compassion. Promise to celebrate your accomplishments, no matter how small they may seem. Promise to forgive yourself for your mistakes and to learn from your setbacks. Promise to nourish your mind, body, and soul with things that bring you joy and peace. Promise to surround yourself with people who uplift and support you, who see your worth and celebrate your light. And most importantly, promise to never give up on yourself. The journey may be challenging, but the rewards are immeasurable. Self-love is the greatest gift you can give to yourself and to the world. It is the foundation for a life filled with joy, purpose, and authentic connection.
Thank you for joining us on this journey towards self-love. If this video resonated with you, please give it a thumbs up and share it with anyone who might benefit. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay updated on future content. Remember, embracing self-love is a continuous journey, and we're in this together.